What's your favourite sensor?
My favourite sensor? So I'm responsible for the day-to-day running of the company from an operational perspective. So I look over things such as the customer service, the support, things like the monthly billing. Then also have a technical aspect to it as well. So technical troubleshooting. We also have a network of our own, the Pangea network. So we take care of that, make sure it runs properly. Well, I'd say IoT at its most basic level is connecting devices to the internet. Now those devices don't have to be like things like computers or anything like that. They can be simple things, maybe even inanimate objects like flower vases or shoes or something like that. More realistically, probably things like if you look at the home, probably things like fridges or television sets. Things you don't normally sort of associate with being connected to the internet. So basically, devices like fridges, you need to manually check what's going on with that particular device. So with the fridge, you might open the door, you might look and see if any food there is expiring, if you need more food, or maybe something like even if a bulb is a bulb is blown in the fridge, for example. So with IoT, that allows you to take away that physical effort of you yourself as a person walking up and checking that. And through IoT and through the connectivity of IoT, you can get that information sent to you via an SMS or through an email. So it's basically, in that sense, we think of these devices as being smarter because they're talking to us. We perceive that they're talking to us rather than us going up to them and querying them and physically getting information from them. Well, the Raspberry Pi, it's been around for a long time now. It was actually developed in the UK by a university, I believe. So this is the Raspberry Pi version 3. So basically, it's just like a mini computer on a circuit board. The computer part has got a couple of like a CPU on it, but what makes it unique is that it's not just a computer. It's got a lot of inputs and outputs. So you've got all these USB ports there. You've got an Ethernet port. You've got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi modules. You've got this thing called a general purpose communications port as well. So some people might use these for setting up like mini web servers, or some people set up like little gaming machines with them. From a internet perspective, you can use these sensors to take in information. So it's a pretty warm day today in the office. I could have a temperature sensor connected to this, take in the information via the temperature, and then maybe through the Wi-Fi or even through something like a 3G dongle, I could report that temperature out to a web server on the internet. That's like an Internet of Things example, I suppose. Simple one. So I came up with the Internet of Things idea using the Raspberry Pi as an example. I was just thinking in our particular area, the business comms channel especially, a lot of it is just about shifting data, shifting services and stuff like that. But when you say Internet of Things to someone, sometimes it's a bit hard to visualize what that actually is. So the Raspberry is a perfect platform for that. It allows you to sort of make something small, make something with a little temperature sensor or a little humidity sensor on it or something like that, box it up, carry it around, connect a SIM card, put a SIM card in it, show the results on a server, a web server in a remote site, and just say, this is an example of an IoT application. And I think that, it's just a fun project, but I think once you start showing it to other people and showing it to other companies, they're not going to make these, but they're going to think about what their own customers, might be doing in terms of these IoT applications. Well, Pangea SIM cards are obviously, the glue that holds each end of the IoT spectrum together. On one side you've got the devices, in the middle you've got a Pangea SIM card, maybe single or multi-network in whatever country you want, providing connectivity for those devices to the internet. And then the other end you've got the internet, the servers, the stuff in the cloud which takes the data from these devices. So The Pangea SIM cards sit right in the middle of everything. Next month in the Pangea Raspberry Pi project, the first thing I'm going to be doing is plugging one sensor into one of these ports on this card. I'll hopefully be trying to get it going with the 3G connectivity as well. So yeah, that's probably the target for next month, just to get something plugged in and get something basic going.